Hi folks, Rich Bassine from RJPC.com. Come today with reseller news again. The reason why I'm making this video is I got from one of my YouTube channel I had someone made a comment in regards to eBay fees and how they charge with that there with the 30-day listing and so on and so forth. The person writes over here, I didn't want to put their name in just yet. It says, "Hi Richard, I'm very new on selling stuff on eBay, and I'd like to know if my free 30 days posting item is finished, what happens next? Do I have to pay every time I list it? And will there be a specific duration?" In regards to this question here, I had to call up myself. I called up eBay to find out, because on some of my a good majority of my listings I do 30-day listings and I do good till cancel listings. And from when I spoke to the representative over there, and if there are people out there that are more aware and are more familiar with this here, please jump in. And if you could leave a comment on there, I don't care how long it is. If you want to, if you're more detailed involved with this here, you're detail oriented with this stuff here and you know more about it than I do, please feel free to jump in. The way I understand it with the 30-day listings is you don't pay. You could, from what this person told me, if it's a free listing, like power seller, well, I should say top rate sellers get the discounts, of course, and you get some little perks here and there. Sometimes you get 50 free listings a month. I think I got an email recently for 500 free listings, I believe. Don't quote me on it. And I believe the way I understand it with the 30-day listings, now if I understood the person right, that you don't get charged for it, whether the item sells or not. Well, no, I shouldn't say that there. If the item doesn't sell, you don't get charged for it, but there are final value fees that you will be paying on the 30-day listings. On the good till canceled, from what I understand, it's the same thing with that. It'll stay here. The difference with that is if the item sells and you have a good till canceled, the system, from what the lady told me, will automatically be released. It'll be released from the from eBay's listings once the item sells. If it sells ahead of time, from what I was told, that you're supposed to go in there and manually remove it. That's what I was told. It says if the item is not sold, you need to remove it manually. That's it. And then she told me about the about the fees. It's 10% of the selling amount and 10% of shipping and so on. She was getting involved with that there. To me, at first, I didn't understand the person. Sounded like a little confusing at one point, the way the person was explaining it to me. But that's the way I understand it. But you know what? The best thing to do is go get it straight from the horse's mouth. You could do two things. I have the number over here. You can call up eBay customer service and you can speak to them if you want. I can give you the number for them there. If you don't have it, I can give it to you. It's on the Google. You could do a Google search on it. The best thing to do is get the information right off their website. For example, when you go to the help system over here, the help contact, it'll bring it up here. You go in here and you'll type up what you're looking for. For example, if you go to selling fees, selling, you would type in selling fees and you get the information like that. What are the selling fees, selling reserve price, listing upgrades. Now, what I like about this one part here is because sometimes, if you're not familiar with how they calculate their amounts, they give you on a listing upgrade. And you got to click this on here, and it'll say over here, go to the free, go to the fee calculator. So you click on that, and you'll get the fee calculator. This is a nice little feature you're putting in. You can see over here on the side, it says your estimated fees. Your insertion fee, final value fee, listing upgrade fees, discounts, and so on and so forth. So it sounds like a lot of fees, which is what it is. So I'm just going to use this as an example, all right, folks? I'm just going to pick over here, I'm going to say books, okay, for example. This is just for an example here, just for starters. And I'm going to pick out cookbooks. So you type in, you do your thing here, your category, you select the subcategory, the subcategory, which is books, cookbooks. And then what you do here is you decide on a selling format. Is it going to be an auction or fixed? Now, everything has its different, you're going to get different amounts from different things. So if you go to auction style and you start it at, let's say, $10, and the sale price, it went up to maybe 20. Okay. Now, on the bottom, the listing upgrades, you want to find out, maybe you use Gallery Plus. So you would check that. And how about listing designer? Maybe you use the listing design. You would check that off. And the subtitle, okay. Was there a reserve price in there? You can click that on, and then you would type the reserve price. I don't know, maybe you were looking for, I don't know, $30, whatever, or $30, let's just say. I don't know. Okay. And did you use the bold? I mean, basically, I'm clicking on all these here, but what you do then is you'll give you an idea of what it's going to come out to. So you calculate, and here's what it comes out to. This is what it's going to cost you to list that cookbook at an auction style, starting price at 10, the sale price was 20, whatever. But the reserve price, I guess you didn't get it, so whatever. It calculates the fees, and it came to $4.95. Okay. So you got your final value fee. You notice there's no insertion fee because I believe that's because you got it free, I believe. I'm not sure 100%. And then here's your listing upgrades. The upgrades is what's going to make a difference in your pricing. Again, just to start all over again, let's clear it out. Now, let's just say you want to go to fixed price. Okay. I do a lot of buy it nows in some cases. So let's say I'm going to spend, and it also, the fees are also, for people that are newbies like that YouTube person who's, inquired about it. It all depends, again, for those who don't know, how much you're selling the item for. So let's say I'm doing a buy it now, and I'm selling something for $100. Okay. Now, without using any of the listing upgrades, the Gallery Plus, listing design, subtitle, value pack, and so on and so forth, I'm talking now. This is based on a person that's not a top-rated seller. Because over here, we're going to go to that one next year. Top-rated seller discount, yes or no. So we're leaving that there. This is for a newbie. That's why I'm not putting top-rated seller. Okay. So now you're looking for a buy it now price, and let's say that's what you're looking for. That's what you sold it for. Let's calculate the fees. You calculate the fees. Well, okay. I'm sorry, folks. One thing, my mistake. We'll go back to books again. Let's do books. Sorry, folks. Apologize about that. Okay. So now we're doing a fixed price. We're using a buy it now price. Now we're going to calculate the fees. Okay. Now, because the book was being sold for $100, you're getting your final value fees, which eBay is going to get $10. You don't get any listing upgrades because you didn't pay for it. There's no discounts. This is what's going to cost you. $10, the way I understand it, right? Okay. Now, let's drop that price. Let's make it $50. And you'll see what I'm talking about. How this figure here will drop. Again, this is pertaining to the newbies. I'm not talking about people that are experienced sellers, been doing this for 25 years or whatever. This is for the newbie. I'm just trying to throw a little insight at there. Let's calculate the fees now. Okay, now it's 5. Okay, so basically it was half that. So that was simple enough to do. But again, this is a nice feature to use if you're unsure of what it's going to cost. Let's start all over again. Same thing. We're going to do books. We're going to do cookbooks again. Okay. And we're going to do auction style. Oh, no, fixed. We're going to do the fixed price. And again, we're going to sell it. Let's say this time we'll sell it for $25. Okay. Now, let's say you want to use Gallery Plus in there. You want to throw that in there. And you want that bold setting. And we know there's all prices for this stuff here. There's no doubt about it. Type of eBay store, none. I'm top rated, so I could say top rate discount. Okay. Then you have, tell us how much you would charge a buyer for shipping. Are you going to offer free shipping? Is it going to be one-day shipping? So on and so forth. Let's say it's one-day shipping and it's going to be a set price. I'm going to say $3.99. Okay. And then we'll do with the offer. Now we're going to calculate the fees. Here we go. Okay. Now, here you see a little different here because, and this is because I'm top rated. Okay, that's why I clicked it on. Now you see a number here. So now when you're top rated, you're going to pay $290 for the final value fee. Your listing upgrade fees were $2.35, and your discount was 50 cents. So it came out to $4.75. That's what it cost, and so on and so forth. The more, and let's face it, if you were to use all of these fees here, all these features, now you do it, it's not even that bad considering. It's still $5.55. It's not that bad considering. Okay, you notice there's no insertion fee here because it might be because on my thing I get free insertion fees right now, free listings. So that's probably why you don't see it. But in regards to that, person on YouTube, they questioned me about the 30-day thing that you had to get relisted again. The 30 days, the way I understand it, I believe when you relist it for 30, I think after it ends at 30 days, I think you go in and relist it again manually. As far as I know, I think that's done manually. But what the lady told me now, that there was no charge for it. Until the item sells, then you're going to pay the final value fees. That's what happens when you sell it. That's what she told me. When it gets sold, then you'll be paying the final value fees. But like I said, the best way to go with this, folks, is go straight to the source. You go over here to eBay. When you log on to eBay, go to Help and Contact. Click it on. They have all the information, all the things you want to talk about here. Like I said, that person was talking about selling his fees. You could click on the eBay fees here, and you could just go up here. You could find out the store fees, selling with credits or discounts, shipping and tracking. You're best off just going to that because, to be honest with you, myself, I'm not saying I don't care about the selling fees and stuff like that. I'm not saying that I'm so rich that I don't care what it is. Because I pretty much doing this long enough to know what it's going to cost me. In regards to listing and relisting, all that other stuff. But if anybody wants to make a comment or help out, maybe you could throw a little segue, let's segue into this here about the fees, and you want to be more informative, rather than have the person go to the eBay. Me personally, I would recommend the person just goes to eBay, go to the help section. Look up what you're looking for, the selling, if you're into selling or you're new at it, go look up the selling fees, and then you'll get a general idea like that there. This here pretty much tells it like it is. The listing upgrade, help with paying eBay fees. It's got a whole bunch of stuff there. And if people are wondering, because it took me a little while to find out about the calculator, the fee calculator, you got to go to listing upgrade fees. When you go on selling, let me just start all over here. Let me start all over. When you go over here to this window, the customer service window, you go to selling, okay? Scroll down to listing upgrade fees, okay? When you click that on, you get another window, right? Go over here to go to the fee calculator. Click that on, and then you'll see it'll highlight in green. And it says over here, enter the information below, and click the calculated fees to get an estimate of total fees for your item. Now, if you're doing thousands of items, you're not going to go through this here. But if you're curious on one particular item or two, you want to do it. Maybe you might want to go all through 10. Let's say if you're selling 10 at the beginning, and you might want to go all through 10 and say, well, let me see, it's going to cost me this, X, Y, and Z, whatever. You might want to do that as well. But for me, I'm not saying I have tons of things out there. Like I said, I only have 188 things as of now on there. It's a small amount to have listing on it. I don't think I'm going to go all through 188 and figure out what the calculated fees are. So for me, this doesn't really make too much of a difference to me. But to somebody starting out and wants to get a ballpark figure as far as what it's going to cost, well, this is not even ballpark. Going to this is what you're going to be paying. You might want to check out this here. You check out the fee calculator. And again, you might want to use this for one specific item, something that you're unsure of. And you want to make sure, like, for example, I sell, well, let's say like I have a camera. Okay, I'm selling a camera and, whatever. It's going to be camcorder, camera, whatever. Let's see here. Digital cameras, okay? Now I have a Sony on there. I think I'm selling for $39.99. Okay, so let's just check it out. Let's see what goes on here. I'm going to go with the fixed price, which I'm going to use right now. And I believe I have it on for $39.99. Okay. I don't have Gallery Plus, Listing Design. I don't use any of these here. I don't need, I love eBay, but I don't need to give any more money than I have to. You know, I want to just get the product out there, sell it, and get it over with. So this is what we got going on. I type, you know, because I'm top rated seller. I click on that. I don't have a store. I don't want one. What's it going to cost to ship? I don't right now. I don't have a. I have it basically calculated by the buyer's location, whatever. So if I was going to offer 1-day shipping on it, I don't know. I would say something like that. Packaging it up. Let's just say it would cost, I don't know, maybe $10. Okay, I'm just using as a number, throwing out there, and I'll calculate the fee. So this is like a ballpark figure for me because I don't know. Like I said, the ship. I don't think I offered free shipping with it. If I did, it would be a different thing here. Let's take it out. Let's see what happens here. Let's calculate the fees again. Okay. Okay, so if I offered free shipping, I get an 80-cent discount. Okay. So that's what it'd be. And you notice there's no insertion fee. Again, that's because I think a lot of these here have free listings. But in regards to the eBay 30-day listing and the good, well, they didn't inquire about the good till canceled. But they basically, from what the lady told me, they're almost the same. They work in the same format. You don't pay anything for them. So the only thing, like I said, as far as with the good till canceled, if the item sells, well, from what I was told, it'll automatically be released from the system, from eBay system. Okay, if it's, you know, still hanging in there, well, or if it doesn't, if you see it doesn't come off, I've been doing what I've been doing, because I have some with good till canceled. I go into the eBay thing and just end the item, and I take it off like that because it still shows on eBay system that that item is still there. So what I do is I manually go in and take it off. I don't know when eBay is going to release it, but from what I was told, it says eBay will automatically, it will be released. So in other words, if you know, you don't have to really do it, but I do it ahead of time. Okay, and the same thing, you know, she said the only time you get charged is upgrades when you use upgrades, like for example the subtitle, the value pack, the gallery plus, the bold. You're going to get charged for that. But as far as I was told, there is no fee for good till canceled. There's no fee for that there. That's what I was told. Now, if anybody wants to call up eBay's customer service number, I have their number here. I could also put it in the description. But if you want it for yourself, you don't want to, maybe you don't want to watch the whole video, whatever, I don't know, you just want it for yourself, it's I have 1-866-540-3229. And that's eBay's customer service. You can call them up. I will put that number in there. I got that off the internet, by the way, so it's not something that's like, you know, privy or private. You know, it's I just did a Google search on that. That came up, so I just put it on my little board here, sheet. I got Amazon over here, I got PayPal, and eBay customer service. Okay, so I set it up like that. All right, but in regards, I don't know if I answered that YouTube channel, you know, subscriber, if I answered the questions right, or again, if anybody wants to enlighten me and enlighten the buyer, I should say the subscriber, please, you know, jump in there, you know, and you could help me out as well. I don't really, like I said, to me, it doesn't really affect me that much as far as that part. I could see a newbie coming in onto eBay and wanting to know all this information, which makes sense. You know, they want to be aware of what they're spending, what it's going to cost. But the best thing, again, and if there's people that agree with me, fine. If not, that's up to you. But I would say just go right to eBay, you know, and just avoid all the headaches, because, you know, I might be telling you one thing, they might be telling you another, you know. So think about it. But this fee calculator does help out. It is on the, it's right on the money as far as I know. I mean, there's no, I haven't heard any discrepancies about it where it's been given inaccurate figures. So it's got to be doing, they got to be doing something right with it. But you might want to check into that, though, folks. Again, this reseller news is about the eBay fees, and the reason why I made this video is because I have a, like I said, I have a person on there that came onto the channel and was inquiring about fees. Basically, the 30-day listing. But again, you know, I don't want to just be that brief and talk about just the 30-day listing. That's why I also talked about the good till canceled and the other additional fees. But anyway, guys, thanks again for stopping by. I hope this information helped in some way. If you need more additional information, I would just go to eBay, go to the help section over there, and just check out the fees for yourself, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Thanks again for stopping by. If you like what I do with this channel here, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you like what I do, or if you get anything from my videos, please give them a thumbs up. But thanks again, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care now. Bye.